was like, yeah, that was like 10 or 11. And he taught me how to program in basic coding. And he and I would like, as soon as we got out, like as soon as email became a thing, we would get on email and I'd send him my code and he'd look at it and give me kind of pointers on it. And I was like, oh yeah,
That's so cool.
I know. I like knew what I wanted to do. And then the other thing about living into that kind of area is that there's a lot of secondhand computer equipment being just like kind of thrown out or sent to, Goodwill or something. So you can pick it up real cheap. And that's where I picked up my first modem. I think my mom actually got me my first modem. And it took me like 6 months to figure out how to get it to work because I was still in DOS. So I was still like trying to get AOL for DOS working and trying to figure out IRQ
You had
settings
AOL
on,
for
on
DOS?
yeah, they did. Yeah, AOL for DOS. You couldn't get on the internet. You could get on
What did
AOL,
it
but
do?
you could get on like AOL chats and server rooms and stuff like that. Yeah,
Okay,
but
so
you
part
couldn't.
of the internet. You're on
But
servers.
there was no web browser. There was no
Got
web
it.
browser, right? But you had email. We had Prodigy too, which was a thing back then,
I remember Prodigy.
and I think we had CompuServe at one point too. Anyway, so I knew what I wanted to do. I saw the writing on the wall with programming. I was like, oh, I really love this. This is a lot of fun. Then when I got like that modem, I got into networking and I was like, yo, this is where it's at. This is awesome. This is like you can communicate with anybody around the world who also has a computer that can dial up at, I don't know, 2400 baud. And that got me really excited. So I started doing some programming stuff where I would, use internet protocol like TCP/IP stack and everything. And I got really into that. And I got really then like I saw the movie Hackers and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Nobody locks any of this stuff down. It's so cool. So at the age of 15, I was pretty much like, I'll be along similar things with your statute of limitations story. Not going to go into too much detail, but I'm sure that my high school administration had some issues with some emails that were sent, right? That didn't actually originate from the original person, right? Um, and so I just kind of knew I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. So, when like when Linux got really started getting big, I really got into that because I was like, oh, yeah, I was not a rich person. I did not grow up in a rich family. I was like, this is free. I can download it. As long as I have an internet connection, I can download this and do it. But it was a pain in the ass to set up, right? Like Linux is
That
like,
it
you had to
is.
have the right, back in the day, you had
Especially
to have the
then.
right hardware. Or you had to write your own device drivers, right? Or you had to compile your own device drivers, and then you get stuck in dependency hell. So I learned about dependency hell at a very young age. Anyway, so I really started getting into that and really started getting into the security of these things. Um, and from there, I was not a good high school student because of this, by the way. Like I knew what I wanted to do. And so I just didn't care about any other classes, right? Which is a huge mistake. I get it. I was 15. What are you going to do? Like I was
Well, look at you. It's clearly damaged you for life.
Right.